Good morning. We're moving. Heading to Berkey to shell corn. So let's go. We'll see you down there. All right, we made it down here, so we got a little bit of setup to do and stuff before we can get shelling. Phil's still on his way. This hose right here, Dad went and got this yesterday with this fitting on the end here. We've got to go install this on the new burner. It came with one. It's brand new. It came with one of these. They had cross-threaded it from the factory and it was leaking, so they got us the new pieces. We're going to go get that installed. And we also need to install this. This is a Plentum high limit temperature sensor that we did not have, and we need to get installed up there. So we're going to work on that here for a few minutes this morning, and then we should be able to get started relatively quickly. New hose installed. So we're taking a look at the wiring stuff here, but we kind of need to fire it up and see how it works and everything at the moment, I think. Tire fired. Burner's burning. Let it come up to temp before we try and shut it down. All right, we're getting close here. Dad's gonna take the combine over to the field. All right, been a little difficult to film here for a while, but we're working on the control system stuff. We've got the burner working, it fires, it burns. We've even got the control panel here to be able to control it. I can start and stop it from right here. There's some timers in there that are supposed to help it know how long to burn, but we've got this new thermostat that I'm trying, and I cannot, it keeps cutting out, and that's our holdup right now. All right, we're testing. Burner's gonna fire in just a second. There it goes. Now our temperature should go up. We're at 110. When it gets to 120, it should shut off and go into cool mode, which means just the fan running. If that all works, I think it's usable. Now, maybe not how it's supposed to be, but at least usable. Goes. Cooling's on. That's what we want. Now it should run for 5 or 10 minutes cooling and then shut the burner or the fan off, which I believe it will do. There's no corn up there, which is why our grain temperature is rising so fast, because we're just plenum temperature at this point. Well, the first load of corn is here. So it either works or it doesn't at this point. All right. It's time to go shell corn. We got this one truck unloaded. I think our burner is gonna work. I'm not sure it's set up exactly how it's supposed to be, but it is gonna work. So big thanks to my Uncle Randy there, who you guys have not ever met, but he's a retired electrician for Chrysler. So we had him come and help us try and figure stuff out a little bit, and he was a big help. So Dad's gonna shell, I'm gonna run cart. We're gonna go cover some ground here, get something done. Corn is the one tested 18, the other tested 19, front and back hopper. So if we're somewhere in that 18% range, yeah, we're gonna be able to go and get stuff done fairly quickly here. So we should be able to get something done today. It's noon now, or a little after 12:30. Offered to go get some food, and everybody's like, "No, let's just go shop." Okay, good, let's go. Oh yeah, back in the grain cart in an 8R. So you'll remember we switched this tractor, put the A335R on, took the 8RX and parked it in the barn. Just because of the trip, 35 miles on the road, we kept that off of those tracks. And the hours, we've only put less than 200 hours on this tractor this year. That other one's pushing 400. I just kind of want to even them out a little bit. We're plenty dry. We don't really need the tracks. This tractor ran our cart for years. Before this year, so it's perfectly capable of it. It is a little different though, and we gave up our Gen 4 monitor and machine sync, so I have to actually drive. Although we do still have auto steer to keep our line straight, I have to control the speed a little bit more. So we've still got our U-Harvest system in here. Still got our same grain cart on tracks. Everything is good. Dad's in the combine over there. We'll get this field opened up and some room, and yeah, looks like we gotta spin our camera around. Brock took the one from the inside of the tank and put it towards the road so he could see cars coming down the road, coming on the way down here. And we got to put that back so we can see inside while Dad's dumping. But yeah, everything should be good here. So I wasn't sure how good our corn was going to be down here. We were dry. We had half as much rain here in July as we did at Waldron, and it's just different. So I was a little concerned about it, but it seems to be pretty good. Dad's getting real full on a half mile with eight rows, so that is good. We'll see. We'll check in with him in a little bit later. I don't have the screen sharing where I can look it up and see how many acres and all of that. I can pull it up on my phone, but not through the computer here, so we'll see. Some of these stalks are starting to break down. That's hybrid related. This is that 10L16 that's got poor stalks and poor roots, but it's a big flex here that just flat out yields and can pump out the bushels. So yeah, all good here. Oh, this tractor's different. It's different. We don't have a foot pedal to go forward. We got to use the brakes. The command arm is all totally different. I actually have to use the levers for the hydraulics instead of the buttons on the Command Pro joystick that's in the 8RX, which is fine. It's just, there's not necessarily a learning curve, just a re-teaching yourself. Remember how to do this. Remember how to do it. Plus our cab sits a lot lower. I don't know how well that shows up in the camera, but I cannot see nearly as well, so you gotta be ready to pull ahead. As soon as you start seeing that corn piling up, it's time to move. Oh, I guess we're about empty. One round, filled half a truck. That's good corn. All right, I got a minute. Let's get out and do a couple of things. One, we'll check our combine job, make sure we're not having too many losses, because that's what I do when I run the grain cart. Critique Dad's job. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I just want to look and see, make sure there's not 1,000 kernels on the ground, you know. Some, maybe a little more than what we've seen. Got 3 right there. Got one there. Got a little baby one. That one doesn't count, but there's one. There's one. They're not horrible. Not horrible. All right. Good deal. All right, another thing. So when we put our head on the header cart, we have to remove one of the stock stompers because of the way the tires are and stuff. I put that in the back of our black truck that we would normally pull our header cart with. Dad switched trucks to bring it down here, brought it down with his pickup, his blue truck, and didn't grab that stomper. So we're missing one. So I took one off the center and put it on where we needed them. But I was just trying to see the difference. And look at these stalks. See how they're kinked off right here at the bottom? Broken, all of these. This one's just broken clean off. A lot of these are, but they're all bent off right at the ground level. And even this one that's still standing, it's hinged, it's broken off. This row here is the one that does not have the stompers on it right now. And that one's broken at the root. This one is not. That one's got a kink, but it's still standing pretty well. That one's not broken off at all. This one's kinked. That one's kinked up high. That's the job that our stompers are doing, is they're breaking all of these stalks off way down low, where this row they're a lot more rigid, and some of them are bending, but they're not broken off at ground level the same. And so yeah, I mean, is it going to make a huge difference? No, but if you drive over that one particular row, it's going to cause more stubble damage to your tires and tracks than the ones that are already broken off. So yeah, it is what it is. All right, I gotta fix my camera real quick, and then we gotta go. Look at that. That's manual loading with me driving, controlling the speed. We got her pretty full. I think I could have got a little more on there, but Dad shut the auger off on me before I was quite done. So 61,000 is enough to fill a truck. Let's go get it. Phil just left with the last full one and brought me another empty. So we've caught the trucks. Imagine that. We've caught the trucks. And this is your daily reminder of why we don't have a 12-row corn head, is because we are maybe 15 acres into this field and we have caught the trucks. A 12-row corn head would not make that situation any better, would not help us go any faster, and would just be shutting down quicker and more frequently. It's just not a big enough benefit to justify it. So, yeah. We're going to have to shut down and empty the trucks. I don't know if we'll fill the cart up again or just go empty the trucks now. All right, we're going to shut down for a minute and empty the trucks, maybe grab some food. I really like this tractor. it's fun driving it a little bit again. 17 and a half, 18, that's excellent. Excellent, excellent. So our burner, the new one, is running. Phil's up there adjusting stuff, I don't know what. But we're up to 87 degrees. Everything seems to be working. That's good. We do have both burners running. This one's just about like the one we have up the Waldron. It's loud. And there's a fire in there. Yeah, buddy. So we've got 1,500 bushels of corn clear at the top of this bin, and it's blowing that air up that duct and up and through it. And then we'll drop it down into the bottom here when it's done. That one is essentially the same thing, just a smaller scale. That's only 24-foot diameter, so it only holds about 1,000 bushels on the top. And the burner's up top instead of on the bottom. Ah, the burner burned, the burner shut off. Cooling timer works. This corn should be dry. It burnt for longer than what it seemed like it needed to, I thought. But the grain temperature only ever made it up to 88 degrees, which might be fine. Might be a little cool. So we may adjust where our temperature sensor is, which is that clamp over there. Yeah. I'll let it empty, and then I might go in and look and maybe move it down lower into the grain so it gets hotter. Climbed up on top, you can see the corn rushing out. And right there is our temperature sensor. I think we should move that down to the bottom of that band. You see how it does there? That's what I think. Oh, all right, good news. Both burners are done, both dryers, so we can dump them and reload. I moved that sensor down a little bit. We'll try that. It's just a matter of getting it dialed in and knowing what our set points need to be. So we're just kind of basing it on time right now, but it is what it is. So Phil's going to start refilling those. We're going to head back over to the field and keep shelling. The problem here is it just takes time, right? Everything is contingent on the dryers moving, so that's the priority is keeping the dryers moving, and the fact that we're not shelling because we're sitting here messing with the dryers is really slowing us down because we still gotta get the dryers going or keep them going. Shelling corn again, running grain cart. You know what the nice thing is with this tractor? I can run auto steer on the path back. So there is a way to do that with the machine sync and the 8RX to set up tram line or controlled traffic lines. But we don't have it set up quite that way because we like being able to shift side to side, and when you turn that on, you lose that ability. So most of the time when you're driving back to start unloading on the go, you have to steer it manually. Here, I can just push the button and go. So Phil's leaving with the first full truck since we've been back, and gonna get the dryers filled up, and yeah, we should be able to do another 20 or 25 acres here at least, and then we'll see where we're at from there. Somebody made their combine nice and shiny and clean. Nice. Don't look at the back of the corn head, but still. Earlier reports from the combine are that this corn is almost just as good as the stuff back to Waldron was. I'm a little surprised how good it is, but pleasantly, and it's going quite well. So we'll see once we get a chance to jump into combine or we get this field done. But we're gonna break 200. We're gonna have a cart load here. You guys see this gap in the planting right there? I'm pretty sure that's where we dumped the Xyway in. I was on this field and I did a split with the Xyway in the corn starter, that fungicide that we put in the starter. I brought the jugs with me and I dumped it in right there in the middle of the field, and trying to test it to see if it works. So we'll have to analyze the data after we get this corn harvested in here. But the side that we're on now, moving to the east here, what we've got left is the stuff that did get Xyway on it, and it will be interesting to see. But yeah, filling the back of the cart up right now, watching that, trying not to go too fast that it runs out back, but filling every little nook and cranny that we've got. We're already pushing 60,000 pounds on the cart there. We're almost to the end. The combine is empty, so it's just what he's combining now that's coming out. And we'll but we've got to get closer to the end so that he can turn around and make it back to the other end of the field. This is the farm that we have right next to the subdivision over there, edge of civilization, kind of. There's a concrete pumper. They're clearly still building. That house doesn't have siding on it. It's amazing how many houses have popped up there in the last 2 to 3 years. Dozens of them, just in the last couple of years. So the ones up in the front half have been there for 10 or 15 years. The ones all in the back half of that field are all brand new. Anyway, we're getting across here, but we've got the trucks caught pretty much again. I just filled that one, and Phil had just left not long ago, so we can make a couple of rounds here, and then we'll probably have to quit. And it's 4:30. I mean, we can do some more tonight yet. I don't know if we will or not. We'll see. But yeah, a couple more things while we've got a second here. Number one, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so. I would very much appreciate it. We're still in the thick of harvest here. Got a little ways to go, so as I choke on air, there's still reason to subscribe and stuff to watch, and I encourage you to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that thumbs up button, like the video. That really helps me, gets me better in the YouTube algorithm, where they push my video out so more people see it, and then more people click on it, and then more people watch it, and then I get more subscribers, and everything works better for everybody, or at least for me. So I would appreciate that if you could do that. And while we're here, we're at Berkey. Berkey, we have great cell phone service. Great cell phone service. Do you know why? Because there's a housing division settlement right there, a subdivision, and a city, and like people. There's people here, so they have cell phone service so that these people can talk on their cell phones. Point being, we can do live streams here. So I might do 2 of them while we're down here, and probably tomorrow's Saturday, right? It's tomorrow Friday. No, tomorrow's Saturday. So we'll probably do a Saturday afternoon live stream again like we've done in the past. And then we'll do one towards the middle of next week. Be the last one of harvest here, most likely. And we'll see how that goes. But anyway, watch for that tomorrow. I don't know. I think Ohio State plays at noon. It won't be during the Ohio State game. It might be during the Michigan State game because they're terrible and I don't care. But yeah, we'll try and schedule it around football a little bit. So anyway, watch for it. Truck's full. Cart's full. I don't know where we're at the farm with the bins, but we'll find out. We've made a dent. I think we're over half done with this field. We've got to be close to 50 acres on the day, so that's good. That's a good day. Okay, Dad and I are heading back to Waldron because we're done shelling for the night. Phil's gonna stay in dry corn for a little bit. The downfall of having generators is you have to stay until they're done drying because you got to shut the generator off at the end of the night. So. But 2 hours a batch, he's refilling now, be done in 2 hours, 6:30, 8:30, that's not too bad. So I'm gonna come down in the morning with the 3rd truck, and we're gonna get the dryers fired up and get some stuff transferred around so Phil can start hauling some dry corn out maybe, and then we're gonna finish shelling over there, hopefully before it rains, which I hear it might do in the afternoon, so we'll go from there. Anyway, it's good corn, it's good corn.
Yes, it is.
All right. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.